Taking notes can be daunting, but we all have our own systems on how to deal with it. Since I like using Vim, I didn't end up using very popular Notion, but Obsidian. However, notes are still text. Most of us write them in Markdown, and Vim is already a text editor, so it felt silly to have additional tool just for writing notes. And I would prefer to have everything in one place if possible. So I went to try and use Vim purely for my notes instead of Obsidian. Some of the things were relatively easy to adjust to have the similar experience within Neovim. However, there was one tool that Obsidian had that I didn't have in Vim, and that's Obsidian's data view plugin. I haven't at least found anything similar to that outside, so I decided to write my own. It was really fun project, and now I can do in Vim everything that I was able to do in Obsidian. That doesn't mean that the thing that I build has everything that Obsidian has, but it has everything that I was using within Obsidian. I have seen several other videos of people setting up Vim to do Obsidian stuff, and they were using this Obsidian plugin, but my approach doesn't require Obsidian to exist or run at all. So let's go and check it out. Let's go through a few of those commands that we have here. All of them will start with leader P for Perec's name of the plugin by default. You can change it. First two are relatively standard. Most of you use this finding and grepping of files. Here they are configured to run it within your fault territory that is in this Perec's tier path. So if I do leader PF, I can here see the files and look for them, and leader PG for grep, PG, I can search and verify stuff. The next one, let's go actually do this one first. So PQ is going to be Perec's query. And if I do leader PQ, you can see that opens kind of empty pane. Always have where for the start. I can here type some queries. For example, where watch in tags, and you see it found one file that clearly has watch in the tags. There is another thing that we can do here. So let me just open quickly dashboard. Here we had some queries. I will talk about them later. But what I can do with this same PQ, if I run it while my cursor is on top of some query that's annotated here as Krafna, then it's going to open that query in that same view. So if I do P, leader PQ, you see now I have this same query there. Yeah, I can edit it, etc. And now let's look at this PP that I skipped. So PP is going to search through all your vault and is going to look for all instances of this kind of code snippets annotated with Krafna. And then it is going to preview them. So if I do leader PP, you see it has found those 3 Krafna ones. I don't have any other files where there are other ones, but it's going to search for open. And I can here navigate through them. So this one doesn't have any images. And now, if I click enter here, press enter, it is going to open this previous pane that we looked at with a query and populate it with the query that we selected. So this is what it is. The last one that we have is PA for creating a new file. So if I do leader PA, it's going to ask me for the file name down here. So I can put that on test. I can give it a path also. It's kind of like the same as opening Vim from terminal by passing in some arbitrary path to a file, and it's going to open a new buffer where you can type in If I just exit without saving, the file won't be created. If I save, the file will be created. By default, you see it has some kind of template. Here, the empty front metadata and title is populated based on how you name the file. There is no more detailed support for templating at the moment, but I might add it at some point in the future. And that's it. Let's just look into the queries themselves briefly. So let me find this dashboard which has stuff. Data view queries. They are a bit non-standard SQL. Krafna ones, mine ones are more standard SQL. It's mostly SQL. It doesn't have just all the stuff that SQL does, but the things that it has, they are the same as in SQL. Select works the same way select works. Where works the same way that where works. Order by works the same way that order by works. There is no group by at the moment. From is omitted here because from selects all the files from within your vault. I can show separate with click how that works, but here is not needed because the plugin is injecting it since we are always querying from the vault. There are no things like looking for tasks and looking for these links, backlinks that DataView has. At the moment, I plan to add them. So at some point. Anyway, that's it. Thanks.